Everyone knows the AK-47 and the M16, but what about the firearms that history forgot? Some guns were too strange, too impractical, or just too ahead of their time to make it big. Today, we're uncovering the rarest, most obscure weapons ever created. Guns so unusual that even hardcore collectors might do a double take. From a last-minute Japanese SMG to a Swedish design that never left the prototype stage, these firearms had potential, but fate had other plans. Type 100 SMG, Japan 2. Heavy fighting was in full swing as submachine guns became omnipresent on the battlefield during World War II. The Germans were armed with the MP40, the Americans used the Thompson, and the Britons went with the Sten. Japan? They were a bit slow on the uptake and only introduced the Type 100 SMG during the war. Japan's only mass-produced submachine gun during World War II was not the worst firearm ever built, but it had several serious drawbacks. First, the design was clunky. The gun had a built-in bipod for a submachine gun. Who needs that on a weapon meant for close-quarters combat? The safety mechanism was unreliable, and the sights weren't exactly user-friendly. On top of that, Japan didn't produce many of them, meaning most soldiers never even saw one in action. Yet there were some redeeming features. The weapon fired 8mm Nambu ammunition with very little recoil, making it easy to control. Some experiments even fitted it with a mount for a bayonet. Why not? By then, however, little was to be gained in the fading light of World War II against the blitz of American equipment. There had been too much reliance on bolt-action rifles. Alas, another jewel lost. UDM-42, Sweden. Sweden, known for precision engineering and neutral politics, wasn't a major player in World War II, but they still developed weapons. Enter the UDM-42. Sweden's attempt at a simple, reliable submachine gun. On paper, it made sense. The UDM-42 fired 9mm rounds, a common caliber at the time. It was designed to be a cheaper alternative to the Thompson, which was expensive to produce. But in reality, it had serious reliability issues. The gun was heavy, prone to jamming, and difficult to clean. While it did see some use with the resistance fighters, it never became a widely adopted firearm. For Sweden, the UDM-42 was a learning experience, one that helped shape later, more reliable firearm designs. But for the soldiers who had to use it, it was just another frustrating weapon in the chaos of war. FG-42, Germany. Germany's World War II experimentation and very unorthodox firearm designs were perhaps best summed up by the FG-42. This rifle was meant for paratroopers and was supposed to be a hybrid of machine gun firepower and rifle accuracy. It was, in theory, revolutionary. In actuality, it certainly had its drawbacks. It fired the 7.92 by 57mm Mauser cartridge, capable of giving almost terminally unique stopping power. However, this meant excessive recoil made full auto fire hard to control. The rifle was also expensive to manufacture, requiring excellent materials and complicated machinery to make. In all, only some 7,000 were built. Great idea, but simply too much ahead of its time. Mauser 38, France. After World War I, France needed a modern submachine gun. What they got was the Mauser 38, a weapon with some of the strangest design choices of any firearm. First, the gun fired 7.65mm long rounds, a cartridge weaker than most submachine gun calibers. While this meant low recoil, it also meant less stopping power. The design itself was unconventional. The barrel and bolt were off-center, making it look almost bent. The Mauser 38 saw limited action, but one infamous moment cemented its place in history. It was the gun used to execute Italian dictator Benito Mussolini in 1945. Despite that, it was soon replaced by better designs, making it a rare collector's piece today. Lisle Carbine, UK. If James Bond carried a World War II-era rifle, it would be the Lisle Carbine. This silenced bolt-action rifle was designed for British Special Forces, capable of eliminating targets with near total silence. Firing the .45 ACP round, It was naturally subsonic, meaning no loud crack when fired. With an integrated suppressor, it was one of the quietest guns ever made. It saw limited but highly effective use, proving that sometimes silence is deadliest. Kolibri pistol, Austria. One can picture a firearm so small it could hold the palm of a man's hand. That is the Kolibri pistol, the smallest semi-automatic handgun on the planet. Approximately in the 1910s, an Austrian watchmaker made this little firearm that fired a 2.7mm Kolibri round, the smallest center-fire cartridge ever made. The difficulty with it is that it was practically useless. The bullet was weak enough that it hardly penetrated even thick clothing. Instead of offering self-defense, it gained the status of a novelty. Added to this, the resizing of the bullets was an extremely difficult task. Little wonder that Kolibri never made it to the market. Today, it is an extremely rare collector's item, more of a conversation topic than a practical gun. MP3008, Germany. By the end of World War II, Germany was desperate. The Allies were closing in, and resources were running out. This led to the creation of the MP3008, a cheap, last-ditch submarine gun based on the British Sten gun. It was made as simple as could be on the materials. Whereas the Sten had a side-mounted magazine, the MP3008 has a bottom-feeding mag, but aside from this, it is almost identical to the Sten. Germany made about 10,000 of these, but by the time it was ready, the war was practically finished. The MP3008 is a testament to how desperate times sometimes lead to unfriendly improvised weapons that never really got bespoke attention. Thunderstrike. Next up, let's talk about a compact powerhouse that's as unique as it gets, the Thunderstrike. If you think a small weapon can't pack a punch, think again. The Thunderstrike is a dual-shot, semi-automatic firearm chambered in .22 Magnum. Despite its small size and lightweight build, clocking in at only 18 ounces, it's engineered for personal defense with precision in mind. Its design might look simple, but it's filled with thoughtful features that make it stand out. The trigger guard is designed to accommodate 2 fingers for a comfortable and secure grip, while the elevated red dot sights make aiming at targets incredibly easy. The Thunderstrike's small size doesn't mean it compromises on effectiveness, and at a price point of just $429, it provides an affordable yet deadly option for self-defense. The innovation behind the Thunderstrike lies in its ability to deliver powerful shots with little recoil, which is not something you see often in such compact weapons. It's perfect for those who need something discreet but powerful when the situation demands it. Zenith SF56. Moving on to the next weapon on our list, the Zenith SF56 is a true example of engineering brilliance. If you lust after bolt-action rifles, the SF56 will tempt you. Taking the AR-15 design and turning things up several notches with state-of-the-art features and superb build quality, what separates it from others is its combination of precision, durability, and versatility. A 5.56 NATO chamber provides a perfect compromise between power and manageability for the SF56. Made from aircraft-grade aluminum, the precision-machined upper and lower receivers make the rifle light but strong enough to handle the most intensive shooting conditions. The short-stroke piston system gives superior reliability in even the harshest of conditions, revered by military and tactical shooters alike. Equally impressive is the Zenith SF56 adjustable gas block. From having fun shooting at close range to precision work at greater distances, you determine your gas settings. Aesthetically and functionally improved, the SF56 handguard allows for more secure gripping, whether during fast-paced action or slowly moving through shoots. Arisaka Type 99, Japan's overbuilt battle rifle. Japan, by this time, needed a rifle that was powerful and yet practical for the arming of its soldiers as World War II was at its height. The Arisaka Type 99 appeared in 1939 as an improvement over the older Type 38. Chambered for the 7.7 by 58mm cartridge, it had much greater stopping power than its predecessor. Even though its early production rifles were well made, Japan's declining war economy forced major compromises. As resources dwindled, the Type 99's quality plummeted. Early models had chrome-lined barrels, anti-aircraft sights, and a monopod for stability. But by 1944-45, Japan was desperate, and production became rushed. Late-war Type 99s were crudely made with poor machining, brittle metal, and wooden stocks that easily cracked. Some didn't even have proper rifling in the barrels, making them almost useless for accurate shooting. Despite its initial promise, the Type 99 became a victim of Japan's war struggles. While some soldiers swore by it, others found it unreliable, proving that even a well-designed rifle can fail when desperation takes over. Mauser MG213, Germany's experimental wonder weapon. Nazi Germany's engineering genius contributed to the development of advanced weaponry, one of which was the Mauser MG213. Instead of a conventional machine gun, this design was classified as a revolver cannon, meaning that the use of a rotating chamber, like in a revolver, allowed it to shoot rounds at previously unimaginable speeds. It was designed in 1944 for employment in fighter planes with a high rate of fire against Allied bombers. But the war ended before the MG213 could enter mass production. Still, it didn't go to waste after World War II. Its design heavily influenced modern autocannons, including those used in fighter jets today. While it never saw combat, it was a weapon ahead of its time, proving that even in desperation, Germany was still pushing the boundaries of military technology. VKS Pro. Moving forward, we come to the VKS Pro, slim and deadly. This sniper rifle is designed for precision shooting, just an ideal rifle for someone wanting extreme accuracy while not compromising on power. The bullpup configuration offers compactness, yet a stout shooting experience, just right in those tight places. Icons of modern warfare where conventional rifles mistrust themselves first. Chambered for the .338 Lapua Magnum cartridge, it is the VKS Pro that has massive stopping power. Now, it is not about brute power. This sniper rifle comes with an advanced suppressor system that reduces noise and recoil, facilitating accuracy under stress. A modular design makes it easy to customize. The very definition of swapping parts, depending on the mission or preference, is simple. Whether you're on a long-range mission or in a tactical scenario, the VKS Pro is designed to give you the edge with its incredible precision, power, and adaptability. Fascinating, right? From experimental weapons to modern misfires, history is full of surprises. What do you think about these desperate designs? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.